Electricast.
Introducing Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Icon of the Seas, the ultimate family vacation. The ultimate 6 slides, 8 neighborhoods, 0 compromise vacation. The ultimate never done that, can't wait to do it vacation. The ultimate chillin' by a different pool every day of the week vacation. This is the Icon of Vacations. Icon of the Seas, arriving in 2024. Book today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Welcome into Missing the Point. I am DK Sizzle, and for the first time in quite some time, I am joined by the entirety of the lineal Sunday Night Sports Wrap 2 Missing the Point crew. I have Joe Malkin, Rayshawn Buchanan, Mike Marcangelo, Robert Kelly, and participating in today's show, our producer, Craig D'Alessandro. Everybody's here. Say hi, everyone, at the same time, just for Craig later.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. Oh, hi, bro. God,
Y'all suck.
I was thinking about going through and doing some fun 101s like we used to when all 6 of us would constantly do shows, but we don't have time. And why don't we have time, ladies and gentlemen? Because we got to get down to business, okay? And that is the business of drafting a full 10-man Celtics roster from all-time Celtics. That's right. We're doing the Celtics draft. Only players that have played for the Boston Celtics are eligible. You're going to draft each one of us in a random order that we've decided before the show is going to draft a Celtics player to build a 10-man roster with a coach and an assistant coach. And then we're going to have a fun little surprise at the end where we, in a kind of a fun little way, but also involves some debate and maybe some audience participation after the fact. We're going to decide who the fucking best team drafted is. And we're going to try and do it as fairly as we can. And as nicely as we can, and not with any major conflicts between the 6 of us, because when the 6 of us get together, it's all peachy keen, right, guys? It's all cream cheese. All right. So the rules are pretty simple. We're doing a snake draft. We decided the draft order beforehand. Only Celtics players, and they have to be in their prime on the Celtics. So if you get Shaquille O'Neal, you don't get Lakers 2001 Shaquille O'Neal. You get old, fat, he's never going to be able to play.
Yeah, Mike's shitting his pants over there.
I will also say we've discovered that Mike has done probably the most amount of research for this show of all of us, and he is stressed out. We've discovered
He's changed his underpants twice already.
Yeah.
We're 2 months.
Mike seems like me when I shouldn't have taken the second edible, but did. He's in a tough spot right now. So I think we're just going to get right into it. Everybody gets 15 seconds on the clock. We'll do a little recap as we go through, and I'll keep track of the time, and I'll do my best to keep track of everybody's teams. If anybody tries to pick somebody, and this is a little late game surprise for even the participants in the draft, if anybody tries to pick somebody that has already been picked, is already on somebody else's active roster, you lose your pick. We move right on to the next person, and we'll see you on the come around. So keep track. You try to take somebody off the board that's already taken off the board. Tough titties. We're moving on. You lose it. I hope you don't do that in the early rounds. That would suck. Okay, I've just wet my whistle. So here we go. With the first overall pick in the 2022 MTP Celtics draft on the clock, we have Joseph Malkin. Joe, your 15 seconds start now.
Yeah, I'm all set. We're gonna go with Larry Bird, and it was between Larry Bird and another player, and I just Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champion. I mean, he's the best Celtic of all time. Sorry, guys, Larry Bird.
Who are you apologizing to? I think everyone agrees.
I'm just Mike might not. I don't know.
That was an easy pick. That was an easy pick, and you still somehow managed to show off while doing it. But hey, there we go. He didn't even need his whole 15 seconds, guys. Top that.
First time ever.
Just to move things right along here, because I think the first sort of honey bunches of picks will be sort of self-explanatory. Craig is up next. Craig, your 15 seconds start now.
Probably not a big surprise on this one either. I'm going with the player who has more championships than he does fingers. That'll be Bill Russell. He's the most dominant center of all time. He averaged what? I think over 20 rebounds a game. Easy. Defense wins championships. Go me.
All right. Good start for Joe and Craig with those two guys. What I will say also, by the way, is to the listeners at home, we are building a team that needs to be able to play together, So yes, granted, we got a Larry Bird pick. We got a Bill Russell pick. These guys, yeah, they might seem stacked early, but they gotta They got to come and bring a team that has chemistry, that blends, pick coaches that could coach this guy. It's got to work out, So it's not a slam dunk right away. Turns out a lot of really good Celtics have played for this team across the course of the last billion years. All right, with the third pick of the MTP Celtics draft, we have Robert Kelly. Bobby, who you got? 15 seconds starting now.
So I'm between two guys here, and one of them I feel like would be kind of a reach and kind of someone that could throw a wrench in this whole thing. And one's a little expected. I think I'm reaching here.
There, you got 5 seconds left.
I'm going my boy, JT, Jason Tatum.
Oh,
Put him on the board, baby. JT,
That's
coming home.
Early. That is early. Wow. Okay.
Put him on the board.
All right. I'll take that. I
respect that.
I can understand, appreciate, and respect that. I think he is that dude. I think there's a collective agreement here from that from the MTP listeners. But shout out to JT. Good job going third overall. Ray, you're up. 15 seconds. Start now.
I don't need the 15 seconds either. Craig took who I was thinking about, but I'm gonna go with KG. Kevin Garnett. Going with the first. That's my first pick. So Kevin Garnett.
Well, Ray took mine, so that's fun. That's cool though. I think we're still in a good place. There's still a lot of people left on the board, but yeah, I'm starting to get stressed out now too, Mike. All right, Ray picked KG. Mike,
you got Ray in front of you the entire draft too.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because I feel like we are actually going to draft quite a bit this similarly. And I'll also say that's fucked up my whole plan for my whole team. I was going to build everything around KG being in my team. So I really thought he was going to fall to me, but doesn't matter. I can pivot. Mike, you're up, and 15 seconds start now.
I'm going with Kevin McHale. I'm going to go with 86-87 Kevin McHale, by the way. That's 26 points a game, 10 rebounds, 3 assists.
It's good. It's a good choice. I feel like it's a very
the first
solid
3
choice.
picks, we didn't need to say what era he was from, but it's fine.
I think it's okay that he said what era it's from, Joe. It's fine. It's okay. It took him 2 seconds. Let's play nice here, guys. We're doing good so far.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It hasn't even gotten.
We haven't done this in a while.
It hasn't even gotten contentious yet. Okay. I'm gonna take my 30 seconds now, I guess, and I'm gonna tell you who I'm picking right off the bat. I'm going to take, oh my God, I can't believe how fucked up I am after that. Wow. I'm so mad. I know. Okay. I'm going to take Paul Pierce at 3, and I'm going to take Robert Parish.
Shit.
What?
Those are good picks. They're just really good picks.
Thanks, Mike. I feel like you've infected me with some serious. I know that things slows down when it gets to me, but honestly, I have my picks locked and loaded, and I had a full-on meltdown when Ray picked KG. So here we are. I'm the only guy with 2 players though, so far I would win if we all had to play each other. So I'm really glad that we're at least here. Wow, this is getting stressful. All right, back to Joe. Larry Bird is on your squad. Oh, sorry. No. You're right. We go backwards. Sorry. My fault. It's just how I have my papers organized. Sorry. Relax, everybody.
Dave gets 2 picks that I pick again, but Mike doesn't get the biggest. Dave, you know what? Seriously, I mean this wholeheartedly, Mike. Like, let's not throw.
I'm sorry. I didn't shuffle my papers correctly. It is Mike again. We're going back that direction. You're absolutely right. My apologies. Mike, your 15 seconds start now.
I don't need him. John Havlicek.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. Havlicek for Mike. So he's got McHale and Havlicek. He's building an era-based team, it would seem like.
What the fuck? Well, okay. All right.
See what happens? We see what happens when somebody gets picked in front of you. I mean, I'm actually glad that happened to Ray on the way back. Fuck you. All right. Ray, you're up. You got KG on your roster already. Who's playing with KG?
So this is a little unconventional. I don't think he would want this early, but I'm going to go Dave Cowens.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That's who you took Parish.
Cowens.
So yeah, Dave Cowens.
It's a great pick.
Okay, cool. Dave Cowens. I like it. Dave Cowens for Ray. Good pick. All right, we're on the way back. Oh my God, this is so much to keep track of. All right, Bobby, you got JT on your squad already. Who's playing with JT? Go ahead.
We all know that JT loves the drive and kick, and I can't think of a better drive and kick partner than Ray Allen.
Good choice.
So I'm going to put Ray Allen alongside Mr. Jason Tatum.
Cool. All right. Well done. Keep tracking back. We got Bill Russell on Craig's fabulous team. Craig, who's feeding the big man?
I want some scoring on my team, so I'm going to go with Sam Jones on this one. 20-point scorer pretty much his entire career. Sam Jones. Next
Pretty good.
Craig.
Pretty good. Okay. We almost put you on auto draft, Craig, so I'm really glad that you were able to make it back.
It was close. It was
It was
close.
very close.
And the auto draft means we just give you the shittiest players we can think of. It would have been hilarious.
Scalabrine up and down the roster.
He would have been in there somewhere. Joe, you got Larry Bird. Who you got next?
Yeah, it actually got a little bit tough here for me. I have Mike's voice in my head telling me you can't win when the best player on your team is a point guard. Good thing I have Larry Bird. See, you gotta let me finish the sentence. God, what have we not been on a show in 3 months?
We've been over this. Okay, it's not your time to talk, Mike. It's Joe's time to talk. All right, I feel like a bookie over here trying to keep track of all these fucking papers, like a fucking lunatic. Don't add to my stress right now.
I'm also
Joe, who's your guy?
era based. I'm taking Bob Cousy as my number 2.
It's good
to run the point.
Good pick. It's a good pick, but it's not.
And then I am also going to take one of the most decorated players in Celtics history. And I'm going to go with Tommy Heinsohn in the third round.
All right. Pretty good team for Joe so far. Now what happens? Does it go back to me? Or it kicks back down the other direction?
Goes to Craig.
Okay, so I'm pulling papers in the wrong place again. Okay. Craig's turn. You got Bill Russell. You got Sam Jones. Who's next?
The 1981 MVP of the NBA Finals, Cedric Maxwell.
Pretty good.
At the small forward position.
Pretty good. Cedric Maxwell at the 3. All right, they're going this way again. Bobby's up. JT and Ray Allen on your team so far. Very Bobby team so far, I have to say.
I'm going to add to that and go with probably someone that you guys expected I pick. Dennis Johnson, a little D-Joe. I love this man. He's one of the best point guards in Celtics history. So I love to add him to this team that's just going to run up and down the court on everyone.
Very good. Now it's Ray. Ray, you're up next. You got Dave Cowens and KG on your team so far.
So I'm going to go with Cowens, one of his running mates, point guard out of Kansas, JoJo White.
Oh, very good. He was very good. Wasn't he? He was a Finals MVP, right? Like 87.
No, this is 70s guy. So JoJo White came in the 70s, won 2 championships with Dave Cowens.
Oh, so, very cool. Who am I thinking of? A weird Finals MVP. There was a Finals MVP that like you wouldn't expect. Anyway.
No, Craig just picked him, Cedric Maxwell.
Oh, there you go. It was Cedric Maxwell. All right, JoJo White is there for Ray. Mike, you're up. You got McHale and Havlicek so far. Who's next?
And now I got IT with my to run the point.
Very good.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
I like it.
Very cool. On that note, actually, I am going to take Rajon Rondo to run the point for me. I have Paul Pierce already, so it makes sense, right? Like we've seen their chemistry already, and I think that the pick and roll with him and Robert Parish is going to be absolutely insane. So I'm going to take Rondo. This is now prime Rondo, like can still actually get a layup, like an assist machine. Don't forget.
Can actually hit a 3 every once in a while.
100%. He's absolutely out of his mind. He's so good. Okay, this is going to be a tough one here. I'm going to take Al Horford. I'm going to put him at the 5. It just makes sense for me. My team is enormous. I'm taking Al Horford. All-time Celtics Al Horford, which I think would be Al Horford Volume 1. As good as he did in the finals, I'm going to take him. I'm going to put him there. Okay, looking good. Now we're going backwards. Mike, you're up again.
It ended too soon, but he was good while it lasted. Reggie Lewis for my turn 2.
Dead at 27. Rest in peace. Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis for Mike. Writing it down. Good pick. We're going back this way. Nope, we're going back this way. And we got Ray. You got KG. You got Dave Cowens. You got JoJo White. Who's your 4th pick?
Ooh, that's like now it's starting to get dicey.
Maybe you should have written some shit down, Ray. Maybe you shouldn't have gone so cocky.
No, not cocky. This is someone that gone a little higher than people expected, but need a little grit, little toughness. I'm gonna go with Danny Ainge.
Nice,
good pick.
Danny Ainge.
I got more DK. Don't worry.
No, you're still there. You're doing good. Okay, who's after you? Bobby, you're up. JT, Ray Allen, and Dennis Johnson are on your team so far.
I'm gonna throw back a little bit. A guy that, not many people remember from a Celtics jersey, but I'm going to keep it small, keep it fast. Pistol Pete, man. Pistol Pete Marovich.
Yeah, this is not the best version of him, but okay. All right. I guess we'll take it.
Just the host just shitting all over you, Bob.
No. It's just not something I would have chosen. It's just a stylistic thing. I mean, I was just worried about the version of the guy that we got on the Celtics. That's all.
Yeah, he wasn't the guy in the Jazz. That's true.
Okay, who's up next? Craig, you're up next.
I need a ball distributor, so I am going to go with Tiny Nate Archibald.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I think he was who I was going to pick if Rondo was already off the board. So we enjoy that pick. All right, Joe, you're up. You got the Larry Bird team. Who you got?
Well, I got my 1, my 4, my 1, my 3, and my 4 spots. I'm going to go kind of small, but I am going to take the second all-time 3-point shooter in terms of made 3-pointers in Celtics history. Ready, Ray? Antoine Walker.
Very good.
Nice.
Surprised he lasted as long as he did. I was pretty close to taking him. I'm
actually going to put Heinsohn at the 5 and Antoine at the 4.
Pretty good.
There you go.
So
pretty good team.
Team. My 2, this might be the surprise. I'm coming into this era, guys. I am going to take the man who cannot dribble, but we do love here in Boston, and I am going to take Jaylen Brown.
That's a little harsh on the cannot dribble thing, but all right. As he enters your fucking squad, I think your chemistry's fucked up already.
I mean, better than I can, but
fair.
I think your team chemistry's already fucked up if he hears you said that, but that's fine.
Well, he's not going to hear me say it. So, but hey, Jalen, if you do listen to the show, come on and let me apologize.
Craig at mtbshow.com.
Right.
All right. Glad we did that. Craig, you're up next.
So my intention with this team is to draft a team that absolutely no one is going to score on. So with my 5th pick.
So I got Tiny Archibald in there.
Yes.
That's fine. Go ahead.
With my 5th pick, we're going with Tony Allen.
Oh, that's good. That's a good pick. I wanted him.
That is a
actually.
good pick.
That's a good pick. All right. We got a couple starting 5s put together. This is fun. Bobby, you're up. Who's your fifth man?
So I need some size. So far, I can run. I'm going to pick someone that definitely brings size. I'm not sure if he'll be able to keep up with him, but we'll test him. I'm going Bill Walton.
Very good. Very good pick. Surprised he lasted as
surprised
long
you
as he
went that
did. Yeah. It's not true. Okay. Ray, you're up.
So this is another player in the 70s, former scoring champ. We actually talked about this with Steve Thibeault on the show. I'm going to go with Bob McAdoo.
Very cool. Bob McAdoo for Ray. Good scoring. Good choice. Mike, you're up with your fifth man.
Yeah, to fill my center position, I'm going to go with Al Jefferson, who was an underrated all-star in his second year here. That was the reason why we got KG.
Yeah, no, he was a good pick. He was definitely a good pickup. No hate. I knew I was going to have fucking trouble with my fucking 2. Like, I knew it. I was like, Dave, drafted 2 early because you don't have that many that you actually want on your list. All right. It's going to be such a huge fucking team if I do that. Okay, I'm going to take Artis Gilmore.
Wow.
And I'm going to take Marcus Smart.
Oh.
All right. Artis Gilmore is my 6th man. Marcus Smart is my 2 guard. Good defense. I think I'll put him toe-to-toe with fucking Craig with the Tony Allen pickup. I like it. I'm into it. All right, we're going back the direction of Mr. Michael.
Need some bench scoring, and I could think of nobody else besides Hazelmead's favorite Ricky Davis coming off the bench.
Fuck you. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That just screwed up the whole round.
Oh my God. That's
Wow.
Rayshawn literally said last night.
like that was if there's anyone I was with that is my guy right there was Ricky Davis. He was my favorite for a while. Wow.
That seems spiteful. Ray, who are you picking?
I'm gonna go with the 08 team. Need some scoring off the bench. I'm gonna go with Eddie House.
Oh wow. Eddie House for Ray. Very good. Nice 3-point shooter coming off the bench. We like it. All right, who's up next? We got Bobby. Who you got for your 6th man, Bob?
I'm going right back to that same bench, same team, James Posey.
I knew Bobby was picking James Posey. I thought he was going to take him first overall. To be like on his team. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't. I when he was like, I might be reaching a little bit. I was like, you might be saying James Posey right now. Like this could be the thing coming out of his mouth. I knew he was ending up on this fucking team. I was thinking about doing what Mike just did to Ray about James Posey to Bobby, but I chose not to because I'm not as much of an asshole as Mike. Craig, you're up. Who's your 6th man?
Give me 3-time NBA champion Paul Silas.
It's good.
Good pick.
Nice. Excellent rebounder.
Yep. Good pick. Joe, who's your...
This team's going to fucking own the rim. I don't care what any of you say.
Yeah, Joe, who are your 6th and 7th guys?
Yeah, so my 6th guy is going to be the 15th all-time leading scorer on the Celtics with 8,766 points, and that's Tom Sanders.
That's Sanders. All right.
And your 7th man?
My 7th man, I'm between two guys here, and I think neither one of these
That's your favorite place to be, Joe.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Jesus.
God.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know which end of the Eiffel Tower do I want this guy to be on.
I'm rooting for one.
I'm gonna go with a little more history here. I need some more size. I have a lot of guys that can score. We're going with Kendrick Perkins.
wow. Okay.
Shit.
All right. Kendrick.
Yeah, that was on my list too. Oh my God.
All right. Craig, you're back up. Who's your 7th man?
I need some valuable scoring and defense this deep into the bench. I need a 3-and-D player. We're going with Walter McCarthy.
It's McCarty, first of all.
We're going to
You,
1T.
Craig.
Listen. Craig doesn't know how to say names.
I love Walton.
You know, I feel like I
Where's
knew...
Tommy? Craig, do you have Tommy too?
No, I do not.
I have time.
It would have been awesome if they ended up on the same team.
That would have
Yeah,
been pretty good.
Wish somebody should have done that for Tommy's sake. I agree. Yeah, McCarty, not actually a great stat line if you go and look at him, but he was all heart on the eye test. So there's a reason he's the all-time Tommy point leading scorer. Okay, Bobby, you're up.
I can't believe this guy's still on the board. Like I said, I have a lot of speed and I need some size. Robert Williams.
Very good. Good pick. Good pick.
He was my next guy.
Well, that ship has sailed, Joe. I don't know what to tell you.
It sure has.
He's not anymore.
Ray, you're up. Your 7th man.
So I need a backup big, and there was no better backup big than this guy that was on the 86 team. And I'm going with the red rifle. UCLA's finest, Bill Walton, baby.
You just lost your turn. That sucks. That's too bad.
Who paid Bill Walton?
That'd
I
be
did.
Bobby.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, I did. What?
Yeah,
right before he picked Time Lord. Actually, right
That's
before he picked Posey.
That's a
Sorry.
bummer. That's a bummer. The first time it
what the
happened
fuck?
with our basketball encyclopedia of all
No,
people.
I didn't even hear him say Walton. I would have picked somebody else, but wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, had you known, you wouldn't have done the thing to make you lose your pick. I would imagine that is true. All right, moving on. Sorry about that, Ray.
Hey, what did we talk about last night?
The rules are harsh. I couldn't have happened to a better guy though. Mike, you're up.
The name of the game is scoring, and coming off the bench to fill that point position is going to be Kyrie Irving.
Oh,
I mean, Mike, we
you
have
just
talked
lost.
about the fact that chemistry is a factor
Yep,
here,
I'm
and
aware.
I agree with you that he is an all-time great player. And honestly, I was tempted to take him myself, but there is a reason why he fell this low. There's a reason why he fell this low in a Celtics draft, and it's not just because people hate him as a Celtic. It's because he does fuck teams up. But all right, you made your choice, and this is when things are starting to get controversial. So I enjoyed it, regardless. I'm gonna take for my 6th man a guy that's going to bring a little bit something different than Rondo, because we all know Rajon Rondo is a very specific type of point guard. He's going to distribute to a lot of really good players on the team here. My whole fucking team is playmaking. It's wild. But I'm going to take Malcolm Brogdon as my next. I think he brings something else to the table. I think he's new and exciting on the team. So he really could be anything. He could be anything.
is that allowed? Can we do that? Is that?
Even though he's not technically Celtic
Is
yet.
it not?
The ink's not even fucking dry, but okay.
Hasn't he averaged the same as Lynn Bias so far? Like, isn't that the
Wow.
same?
No. But hold on a second. It's fine if you want to dispute it. We can talk about it.
I'm gonna go side with Dave here. Dave did say prior.
I didn't even know there was
show.
sides. I didn't know there were sides. I didn't know anyone would have an issue with it, but that's fine.
No, we're just
Talk
talking
about
about
it.
it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm happy to-
you can figure.
I don't want any asterisks on my team. So, I think
Not an
No,
asterisk. You know how
It's
I
fine.
feel.
I'm just bitter because I lost a pick. It's fine. Go ahead.
all right. I mean, we can discuss it. So I have another one, right? That whole Brogdon thing fucked me up. All right, I'm gonna take. Wow, I really don't want to make the same mistake Ray did. I should have been checking these fucking things off. This is stressful. I'm stressed out now. I'm gonna take Sidney Wicks.
1970s pick. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna get me like some 12 points, 5 assists off the bench. I think he's going to bring some style to the table. And he's going to be fun to go out with after we win games. Okay, moving on. Wow, that was an intense round, guys. A lot went down in that round. Ray, I hope you're ready with your next pick after Mike, and I hope he's not already taken off the board. Mike, your 8th man, please.
Yeah, I got a lot of personalities on this team, and I need someone to be able to corral all those personalities for just 1 year and turn it into a championship.
Taking a coach?
So I'm going to take Doc Rivers.
Wow. Would you look? Are you kidding me?
I mean, multiple Hall of Famers? Yeah, of course he can win.
The fucking irony. Are you kidding
For
me?
the MTP lifers out there, they all know what just went down.
Yeah, that's wild. The time
I feel like I held true to my overall say.
Talk about a heel turn. Are you kidding me?
You give him 3 Hall of Famers, he can win a ring. I mean, that's what I just did.
It was me all along. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing. That was a wild choice for everybody at home listening. Mike has been talking shit about Doc Rivers since we used to be the Sunday Night Sports Rap.
Right.
And that was when we were all, it's all
just to be clear, this aligns with that shit talking I did.
Yeah. No, I get how you made it work logically, but like, you're definitely like, you just revealed that you're a Sith. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much where we're at here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Ray, your 7th pick, unfortunately, you lost your 7th pick on the way down, but on the way back up, who are you picking?
Yeah, on the way down, right? First music reference of the night. No, I'm going to go with Jae Crowder.
Okay.
Jesus. They're the guy that can score, built the best good defense, win guy.
That's a good one.
I'm all about the wings, baby. On and off the court.
I could see why you were excited about the Bill Walton pick, but judging by where we are, it's like, wow, Bill Walton's still on the board. No, he's not. But hey, but I think that Jae Crowder pick was a good one. A little love to that Celtics team, finally, at this point. I think that was,
well, you pick Horford, so we should.
IT went off the board too. Went off the board.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. You're right. Jae Crowder, though, good pick. Bobby, you're up. 8th man.
So I'm gonna go with some a point guard who it was a little later in his career, but he still to this day loves the Celtics, near and dear to his heart. This is more about the chemistry going on. That's Mr. Kenny Anderson. Come on home, baby. Come on home.
Okay. All right. I think personally, I think there was some guys left on the board there that you didn't pick, but that's good. That's good for us. That's good for me. Craig, you're up. You got some guys on this team, Craig. You got some guys that played some basketball.
I do.
Craig, who's your 8th man?
I need a backup point guard, and I think I'm going to go with Larry Siegfried on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
You definitely do need a backup point guard.
I definitely need a backup point guard.
You
because everyone on my roster is like, what do you say?
He said you still might. Joe, your 8th and 9th men, please.
Yeah, I don't. You overlooked a few guys here, Craig.
I sure did.
My backup point guard, I'm going to go with Casey Jones. And then my backup shooting guard, behind Jaylen Brown, I'm going to go with Bill Sharman.
Sharman soft. I love it. Right. Joe's butthole is going to be well taken care of. We have.
That's right.
Definitely determined that.
Always
Craig,
is.
Your 9th man, please.
At this point, benches are getting kind of iffy, so it really doesn't matter. So I need a personality guy on this team. I need a guy who's going to keep this team together. And since we're talking about players that were on as they were on the Celtics, it's time for Fat Shaq, baby. Shaquille O'Neal.
Fat Shaq. Wow. Fat Shaq with his 9th pick. You know what? It's like, interesting. I thought Shaq would be I thought Shaq might be on a coaching staff or something along those lines. But all right, here we are. Bobby, you're up. Your 9th man, please.
Oh, man. Okay. 9th man. I was between two guys, but I need a little flair. I need some explosiveness on this team. I'm going with slam dunk champion Dee Brown.
Good 9th man. And you get to send somebody to the slam dunk contest during the All-Star break. So that's something, like he's going to go represent the team pretty well. So Ray, you're up next. Your 8th pick, because you are one behind now. Sorry to keep pointing that out.
So it's fine. That's what drives us, right? I would say
the drama of that round is crazy.
The drama. So yeah, this is also a slam dunk contest winner. He didn't win it in Boston, but he did make the playoffs when he was here. I'm going to go with Dominique Wilkins.
Cool. Yeah. All-time best slam dunk champion, if you ask me. I think you had better dunks than Jordan in that dunk contest, personally. So
I agree.
I think that's a good pick. I think it's got some name recognition too, which like really could help you at this point. I think even if he isn't his best, it'll be good for name recognition deeper in the benches.
18 tonight, and now you check the numbers. 18 tonight.
As people take looks at it. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Mike, you've got Doc Rivers coaching your 7-man team. Who's your 8th man?
I need a hybrid big man that can play power forward, small forward, and safety. So I'm going with none other than 1960 Hall of Fame inductee Ed McCauley.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ed.
That is that's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Ray.
That is a deep cut.
It's your boy Ed.
It's my boy Ed.
It's your boy Ed.
All right, I got two picks to make here. Right, I'm gonna take Gordon Hayward.
Oh, wow! I didn't think he would get picked. Okay. Like he get picked. Nice.
Not the broken ankle season, right?
Not the broken ankle season.
Okay.
No.
Can you pick if you could pick Brogdon? Can you pick the hype Gordon Hayward before he played any games for the Celtics? Like what was promised? Yeah, that Gordon Hayward. Right.
No, you can't. Well, because then you could make the argument, right, where it's like if Jason Tatum gets traded next year, then you just got like this current iteration of Jason Tatum. Like bad things and good things can happen for like the future of
our teams,
of those players. So it's like you just have to go on like because like the reason I'm taking Brogdon based on the numbers we all think he's bringing in, and if that again, I said if it's an issue, we can discuss it.
No, it wasn't. I was just wondering
because you're going to be really mad about my 10th pick if that's the case. No, I'm not picking Gallinari. I'm just kidding.
I was just going to say, are you picking Tatum?
No, I'm not. I'm actually going to pick my head coach, and I'm going to pick Red Auerbach.
Okay.
Thought about it.
Because he's the best coach in Celtics history, and for some reason, I picked Doc Rivers, so he's still on the board. So I think honestly, it was a great heel turn, though. It really was great. Going back to Mike.
I need continuity. And again, I need people who have taken personalities and all-stars and Hall of Famers to your championships. So my assistant coach is going to be Tom Thibodeau.
I'm just all in on that, Mike. I'm really all in on it. I'm really all in on your spirit of the game, like being like, I'm building a team, I'm building it here. And like, honestly, looking at where you're at, I don't think you were stressed for any really good reason. Tom Thibodeau is your assistant coach.
I'm fucking distraught. Everybody.
Tom Thibodeau. I mean, I like that you built your coaching staff. I mean, I could have told you that Bobby wasn't going to pick coaches early, but that Leon Poe would be somewhere on his bench. Like it's we're all building teams that are reflections of ourselves. So Tibbs an assistant coach, and then we're going right back to Ray. We're getting used to this now. We're cooking. Your 9th pick, please, Ray.
So he's essentially my spirit animal, and he was on the 08 team. Got to go with Big Baby Davis.
Good stuff. Surprised he lasted as long as he did.
That's how I would look if I played on the court. I would look like him. So.
I was gonna pick him, but I'm already enormous, so there was no reason. But I think that's a very good pick. All right, moving right along to Bobby. You're oh my God, Bobby, is he your last guy?
No, I got two more. Are you gonna pick your coach? I got 2 more, right?
You got 3. You got your 10th pick.
4.
You got your 10th pick. No, he's got 3 more. He's got his 10th pick, and he's got his 2 coaches.
Who am I missing here? Did I miss someone? This is my 9th pick right now, right?
No,
Dee Brown was your 9th pick.
Oh, Dee Brown. Right. My bad. All right. Well, you're already
I'm keeping track of mine. I'm keeping track of yours. It's no problem. No problem.
You already made my pick for me, and this is gonna round out my bench here. Mr. Leon Poe is coming to the team. He's bringing some defense. He's bringing some strength. Ball. Yeah, he's bringing some strength to the ends of the bench.
Leon Poe as a 10th man is a great pick.
Yeah, no, and he can run with the fast lineup. We know, we've seen it. So
it's true. Craig, your 10th man, please.
Delonte West.
Nice, Craig. Nice.
That's a good pick. We remember him as like LeBron's weird sidekick.
I remember as LeBron's father, but
stepfather, as I was going to
say. I didn't want to go there, but I'm like,
wow. That's somebody's mom you're talking about, Craig.
Daddy coming back-to-back shows. I love it. That's fucking amazing.
He was actually really good from 04 to 07. I think he was the centerpiece for that Ray Allen trade, so I feel good about that.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good pick. Joe, your 10th man or your 2 coaches, who you got?
All right, so my 10th man is going to be Don Nelson.
Nice.
Okay.
I love the homage we're paying to these older teams, so I love it. It's great.
Yeah, and I mean, he's only 6'6", but I mean, back then he could play power forward, but he's really a 3. I mean, my team's not very big, but they can run and they can score. So, and then I am going to start with my assistant coach. And my assistant coach is going to be none other than the current Celtics head coach, Ime Udoka.
Wow. That you just wrecked Bobby's life.
God damn. Bobby just learned how to pronounce his name. He didn't deserve to get him.
Bobby, I hate to bring it to you. He wasn't making it to you.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
On that note, Craig, you got a coaching staff to build out here.
I do. And with Joe just naming the current, I'm naming the former Boston Celtics head coach, Brad Stevens.
Great choice. We all love Brad Stevens here on Missing the Point. We're big fans. We're big fans of his off-season moves.
Yep. Has had horseshoes, but he's
well, he was a little white guy. It's hard to keep teams together like that. But he's in the office now. He's doing his thing, and we're moving right along to Bobby. Bobby, who you got?
All right.
A lot of people who I would have guessed would be on your coaching staff just got removed from the equation. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with a guy who's been rumored to be a coach for a couple of years now and just never seems to get the job. That's Sam Cassell. He's gonna be my head coach.
That was
nice.
Yeah, I like that, Bobby.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Nice
It's a great
pivot.
pick.
no.
And everyone's blowing him about it too. I had that right in my back pocket. God damn it! All right,
Took that shit, bro.
son of a bitch. All right, Ray,
All right,
your
it would've
10th
blown
pick
you, Dan,
or
but
your
Bobby beat you to it.
Ray, your 10th.
Do I make? Can I make two now? Finally, can I make my 10th and my coach?
No, you
No.
cannot. You can
But
pick your 10th pick or you can pick your coaches, but you've still only got one pick.
So the 10th pick is going to be Jeff Green
All right, good pick. Good pick.
after the heart surgery.
Post-heart surgery, Jeff Green. Copy that. You don't want that in your fucking medical bills coming up,
Right,
you want
exactly.
somebody else to take that. The 9th and 10th man still for Mike. So who's your 9th man, Mike?
I need a ring general, as they say in the biz. So I'm going to go with the glove, Gary Payton.
Nice.
Good choice. Surprised he's still there, to be honest with you, but a lot of good guards on this team. Oh my God, it's me. Hooray. Let's see. I need my assistant coach, my 10th man. My 10th man, a little small over there, but I'm going to go with Avery Bradley.
Oh, okay. I loved Avery Bradley.
Yeah. And my assistant coach is going to be none other than, my God, this is actually a tough choice because I do have a funny one in my head, but I don't want to take my own
Do
chances.
it. I know what you want to pick.
My assistant coach is going to be Brian Scalabrine.
Oh, the White Mamba.
Nice.
He's beloved by all. All right. My team's done. Sending it backwards. Mike, your final man, your 10th player. These are some good teams, man.
I mean, I feel like, so I'm struggling right now. So I'm very guard heavy, like very guard heavy, but I need some grit on this team too. So I'm going to go with my final pick, Rasheed Wallace.
Nice.
He's so associated to me with not being able to rebound anything in the 2010 finals. He would have never made my team in a million years, but I do understand why you picked him. Just in case somebody in the crowd gets out of line. So I totally get it. You got an enforcer now. Ray, you're up. You got to pick a head coach or an assistant coach.
So head coach, I'm going to go with Bill Fitch.
Good choice. I think I'm surprised he was left, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he was
Considering the success that he got.
Yeah, he was on the 81 team. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good choice. All right, moving on backwards. Bobby, you need to pick your assistant coach, and then your team is done.
I'm gonna go with the other late season vet addition to that championship squad, PJ Brown. It's gonna be my assistant coach.
He was almost my assistant coach. He was so close to being my assistant coach. Good choice.
Come on down. Got the vet bench from that entire team. Coaching my
Very
squad.
good. Yeah, no, you got a good team together. Let's see. Craig.
Who's playing though, Bobby?
That is important. It's an important part of it. No, his team's good. He's got Ray Allen. Bobby or Craig, you need
And
you need
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you drafted very differently than me. We drafted very differently. We're on very different ends of the spectrum. Funny enough, I drafted a lot of crafty guards. I don't know what the fuck you're like, what happened? I thought that was your thing. Bobby, you need Craig, you need an assistant coach.
I say introduce a little bit of chaos. My assistant coach will be Rick Pitino.
Jesus.
That's insane. That's a
So you don't-
crazy choice.
So you don't want to win.
He just Craig was like, I want to demote Rick
I love
Pitino.
it. I love it.
I want Ron Mercer. Come on down, baby.
All right, Joe, you got to just pick your head coach, man.
Oh, great. He's already on my team. Tommy Heinsohn is my head coach.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Why?
He's already putting on your team.
You cannot pick a player that
He can't be a player coach?
Nope.
No.
Great. I got Casey Jones, too. Guess I can't do that.
Sorry. The floor was open to questions.
I'd say you lost your pick, but I think you're the last pick.
Yeah.
Well,
Ray, you know, you're right.
Rajon can go, right?
Yeah,
And
Ray
then I
should,
go.
Ray should pick. Yeah, Ray, you should pick your last player. Let me get back in here. You need an assistant coach, Ray.
Cool. Already got it down. Chris Ford.
All right. Very last pick goes to Joe. Try not to pick anybody who's already on your team.
I mean,
Not only was he off the board, he was on your team. He was on your team.
it was the natural selection, though, right? Like, what wasn't that the natural selection?
I mean, wait until I ask you.
Well,
to pick
no,
your
because
announcers.
you already picked him.
Yeah, just pick O'Brien, dude. I mean,
It's
just
already
pick him.
there. Why do you want me to pick Jim O'Brien? Why do you want me to do that?
Can I just say though, it's a little strange that
I
at
like
this
Jim
point-
O'Brien. He was
Sure.
good.
But at this point, whoever Joe picks as his head coach is likely going to be worse at head coaching than his assistant coach because he picked Ime Udoka.
Right.
So, I mean, this is going to be funny. Well, let's see how it goes.
It's really interesting because even like Don Nelson was a head coach in the NBA, but I can't pick him because he never coached for the Celtics.
Well, he could, but he's already got a team.
No,
But he's already
yeah.
on my team.
You could pick Rafe LaFrentz as your head coach because he played
sure.
for the Celtics.
Right. I could pick a player if I wanted to.
You know what would be great? If you picked someone. Anyone.
If I picked anyone,
if you made a choice. That'd be
can I just like drag this out? Like, am I allowed to do that now? Like, can I pick?
Why stop now, Joe?
I'm going to go with Jim O'Brien.
There you go.
It's incredible.
Wow. All right. The teams are in, guys. The teams are in. And they're interesting. They're an
Hey,
interesting
what was
read.
Bobby's last pick? Sorry to cut you off, Dave, but what was Bobby's last pick?
Bobby's last pick was
P.J.
PJ Brown
Brown.
at assistant coach. All right. So, Joe, let's go through these just real quick. Let's just take, 20 seconds to kind of look at our teams. Joe, talk to me about who's doing what on your team. What's your team?
So
look like?
my starting five is going to be how I picked them to start. It's going to be Larry Bird at the 3, Bob Cousy as the 1, Tommy Heinsohn I'm putting as the 5, Antoine Walker is my 4, and Jaylen Brown is my 2. I just see the leader on that court being Larry Bird, while Bob Cousy is I mean, he's one of the best point guards ever, maybe. And I love that era, and that's why I went with Bird, Cousy, Heinsohn. Excuse me, as my first 3 picks.
Joe just turned into Darth Vader there. For
I
a second.
did. Yes.
I am what you made me.
Yeah, right. Jalen, I love his game. I think he plays well off of others, and I think he would play well off of a guy like Bob Cousy and Antoine Walker. I mean, who doesn't want to see the shimmy coming down the court? So, and then that leaves me with Tom Sanders, Kendrick Perkins, Bill Sharman, Casey Jones, and Don Nelson. It's not a very big team. It's really not, but it's a team that can run and gun and score a lot of points. And oddly enough, these little guys can have pulled in a lot of rebounds in their time with the Celtics. So, and then Ime, I knew all of you guys were going to pick Ime coming down the line there. I knew I had to get him.
I don't know what he did to get demoted.
Well, had I known, I could, had
Especially
I remembered
with Jim
or
O'Brien
known.
as head
Listen,
coach.
If Tommy Heinsohn was my head coach, that would have made sense, right? Like that would have been the reason why I picked him as the assistant coach. So that was my plan. So, and then Jim O'Brien, I mean, not bad, a 573,
In the percentage.
excuse me, 539 win percentage, 500 in the playoffs. So
It's great. No, it's amazing. I
Two good
I
coaches.
thought the events of that happening were very funny. If it's any consolation, Craig, talk to me about your team. What's your team look like? What kind of what are they running? How do they look?
So our starting 5 is the way I picked them. Bill Russell will be our center. Sam Jones at shooting guard. Cedric Maxwell is your small forward. Tiny Archibald point guard. Tony Allen at the shooting guard. You better pray to God your shots go in, or else you're probably not getting the ball back with Bill Russell rebounding. Tony Allen guarding you. Cedric Maxwell in there as well. Tony Allen, Tiny Archibald distributing. Good luck. I feel pretty good. And then the bench, Paul Silas, Walter McCarty, Larry Siegfried, Shaq, and Delonte West. I feel pretty good about those against any other team's bench.
Yeah, I mean those are all good choices.
Yep.
Yeah. I think you're running a fun system.
I think so.
It's not quite as fun as the fact that I have like 9 7-footers on my team, but like here we are. It's just
You and me got rebounds for days, baby.
yeah. No, I like the fact that everyone's teams are becoming reflections of how they strongly feel about how a basketball team should be run. Like in the case of Mike, he has betrayal just running right through it. You know what I mean? Guys on the team that like thought they were going to other teams. Like I love it. Somebody has to be the bad guy. Speaking of who was after, was it Bobby was after Craig? Sorry.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Bobby, talk to me about your team, how they look at who's doing what.
So we got starting point guard. I'm going with Pistol Pete. I know it wasn't the same Pistol Pete, but if you put the right guys, even around a vet like that who sees the court like he does, it's going to be poetry in motion. Then I have Dennis Johnson playing the 2. Ray Allen taking a step up, going to the 3. We're going to keep moving on this squad, so the size isn't going to matter too much. Tatum's playing the 4. He's going to, revolve the offense a lot. He's going to be the guy that has the driving kick. We're going to run a lot of offense through Tatum. Bill Walton as my center. Like I said, if he can't keep up, then we got someone coming right off the bench who does, and Robert Williams, who we know can run with those squads and can be that athletic big man. James Posey bringing the scoring and the D off the bench. Kenny Anderson's kind of the wild card. He's the vet backup point guard. You bring him in when things are going wrong and you need things to calm down a little bit. Because like we said, we got a lot of speed going on. So we got to corral things in sometimes. Then Leon Poe just brings the strength in the defense, and Dee Brown is going to be dunking on fools.
I like it. Well, a lot of speed in the team, a lot of players that
If there's anyone that's going to run a speed offense, it's Sam Cassell. We haven't seen what his coaching style would be, but I would imagine it'd be a very up-tempo game. So
yeah. No, it's a good-looking team. And a lot of guys I didn't have anywhere near my draft board, but this is a stylistic thing. I'm not saying they're bad. Just yeah, you're running a very different look. If my team and your team played each other, it would be I don't know what the fuck would happen, but we'll get to that. Ray, you're up next. Talk to me about your team. What are they looking like? Who's running what?
Yeah, so for me, basically my first 5 were my starting 5 too. So obviously JoJo White's at the 1, Denny Ainge is at the 2, McAdoo's at the 3, Garnett's at the 4, and then Cowens is at the 5. A lot of hustle in that starting lineup. Denny Ainge is going to be irritating people. Cowens is going to hustle, dive on the floor. KG's going to block shots at the rim, bring that intensity. But then McAdoo is a guy that can get you 30 a night. Not to say maybe in Boston, but he would have got 15 and 20 around that time. So just very pleased with that. The bench is kind of thin, but then there's some athleticism there with Jeff Green, versatility with Jae Crowder. We do have a bruiser down there and Glenn Davis if I need someone to steal some minutes for, Cowens or Garnett. So kind of more traditional for me. I feel like I had one of the more traditional rosters that were picked, to be honest. But yeah, pleased with the picks overall. There's some guys obviously that I would have picked, but obviously there's 6 of us and not 4 or 5 of us making the selection. So, but overall pleased with what I came up with and pleased with the coaching too.
Very cool. Very cool.
DNA.
It is a very traditional lineup. I like it. It's you can run a lot of good fundamental basketball through your team. It's a good looking squad. Mike, talk to me about how your team's going to run.
Yeah, so we have what I would like to call the adversity lineup and then the chaotic lineup, right? So the starting lineup, starting at 1 is going to be IT. I think just if you go back to the 16-17 season, that was MVP. Like number 2 is going to be Reggie Lewis. I just think when you think about his best season was in 91-92, right? That's when the end of the Larry Bird era, the golden era of basketball was here, and he was carrying the team. He was filling the old garden. Havlicek, Kevin McHale. So Havlicek's going to be the small forward. 29 points a game. Havlicek stole the ball. He's averaging 7 rebounds. 9 rebounds, 7 assists in 70-71. Kevin McHale, I think he is the most underrated and underappreciated power forward in Celtics history. And then Al Jefferson. I think when you look back at that 06-07 squad, 16 points, 11 rebounds a game. Like that's what you need to hunker down. And then the chaos line. It's going to be, you got Kyrie coming in off the bench, Ricky Davis, Ed McCauley, the glove, Gary Payton, and then the Rasheed Wallace to rest some people up. I think all those dynamics would be challenging to manage. That's why I did pick the 2 coaches that the most recent coaches that brought us a championship trophy to Boston and were able to catch lightning in a bottle for 2 finals appearances in 5 years and actually won trophy with Doc Rivers and Tom Thibodeau. stuck on that, Bobby.
It's a good looking squad. They got a lot of good guys on it.
That bench is just a nuclear bomb. Just an absolute nuke waiting to happen.
I'll have you know that everyone on my starting five besides Al Jefferson averaged in the seasons that I picked them 40 minutes per game. So we don't need a lot from the chaotic line. Okay. We don't need that much.
It's good. I like it. All right. Yeah. I mean, just to talk a little bit about my team, obviously everyone's fucking enormous. Artis Gilmore and Robert Parish are both over 7 feet tall. I wanted a lot of looks. That was my goal. I just wanted to be able to look at a lot of different lineups in a lot of different ways. I wanted to be able to defend everybody else's team. And I think maybe Bobby has me in transition play. My team is not the fastest. I'll give it that. There's like not a ton of speed, but I love the defense I'm getting out of my 1 through 3 and Rondo, Smart, and Pierce. I think I'm getting great defense from those positions. So I think I can lock up the 1 through 3 of pretty much everybody else. Obviously, my primary scoring is coming through Paul, but I got a lot of looks off the bench. I got Malcolm Brogdon coming in. He can do a lot. I got Gordon Hayward. He can play make at this point in his career. Avery Bradley, more defense off the bench, super defensive minded team. Obviously, I'm trying to keep everybody under 85 points here. A lot of looks in the front court, but mainly it's just going to be like Robert Parish and Al Horford, like 2-man, and obviously Artis Gilmore a little bit later in his career, but coming in to supply some much needed depth there. And I just think, I think we're fucking enormous. I think it's going to be really hard to score in the paint against us. It's going to be really hard to create anything from the perimeter because of the perimeter defenders that I've got. And I mean, I got the fucking truth and Rajon Rondo in his prime. So I'm liking it. Everybody, we did it. We did a Celtics draft. It's here. It's here to stay. All right. Well, that concludes our draft. And what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody's teams. We're going to put them on the socials. Everybody will go and vote. We voted off show for who we all think is the best team. So we've got some points in the bank already. Well, we'll put these on the social media channels and you guys can go pick your favorite teams and see who did the best job of drafting the best Celtics of all time. We'll check back.
And if you need a refresher, everyone's team will be in the show notes.
Yeah, is that the case, Craig? Thanks for chiming in there. All right, cool. So if you need a refresher, everybody's teams will be in the show notes, and have a good rest of your night.
Miles, are you ready to record our promo for Season 2 of the Wanna Bet podcast?
David, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Miles, we're not here to quote lines from Airplane. We're here to tell people that Season 2 starts August 18th.
But I like Airplane.
I know you do, but Wanna Bet is a sports betting podcast. Each week we bet $1,000 on the NFL teams and games that we love.
Well, that sounds like fun.
It is fun. And last year you picked over 60% of your games correctly.
How'd you do?
We're not talking about that. We are telling people that they can find us every Friday. So no more movie quotes.
Roger.
Electricast.
Introducing the Deep Leadership Podcast. Leadership is a people business. That's the philosophy of your podcast host, John Rennie. As a former submarine officer who spent 22 years leading businesses in corporate America before starting his own manufacturing business, he knows that leadership matters. Deep Leadership is real-world, actionable leadership advice from John and his expert guests. Become a leader worth following. Subscribe today.
Electricast.